Razor friends, and welcome to the studio. Big Razor to everybody out there. Razor. And we're joined in the studio today with none other than Kieran Bicky Cunningham, local actor, musician, everything. How you going, Kieran?
Not too bad. It's been a pleasure to be here, Tony.
And you're just back from Manchester.
Just back from Manchester. I'm heading down to the Blues Festival.
Yeah. And you're going to see all your old Newry friends, all your pals.
Yeah, a couple of enemies too, no doubt.
Oh well, sure, it's part of it, isn't it?
It's all about it, John, yeah.
That's a bit better there, isn't it? Or we'll go for the Vadio look, I think. Yeah,
like that.
You like that, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's things with you in Manchester, Kieran?
Oh, good. Still working away in the band, training on board, still acting away, doing just a bit of jobbing actor, just blasting on, you know.
Yeah. So can you tell us how you get into the acting, Kieran? You got into it at an early age, didn't you?
It all started when I was a kid. I was involved with the New Point Players in Newry, and Newry Youth Drama Group previous to that.
Right.
Pat and Maureen Grant, and loved it. And eventually, I auditioned for a few drama schools in England, the Bristol Old Vic, and ended up in the Manchester Poly in the company of the great Steve Coogan, where I went to college with for 3 years. Just a bit of name dropping.
Steve Coogan. Oh, yeah, we're looking for name dropping here in the Banter show. So you were at the acting college with Steve Coogan.
3 years, yeah.
For 3 years. Check that one out, friends, and around Newry. That's a bit of an achievement. He's a great guy, isn't he? You are very close friends, aren't you?
We are. I mean, in fact, he just done that lovely film with Judi Dench called Philomena. His daughter's called Philomena. My daughter's called Philomena. And my mother was called Philomena.
It's a very Philomena sort of day. And Phil Lynett's mother's called Philomena. Big shout out to Philomena down there in Dublin. Razor
Philomena.
So there you are.
So, I mean, and then I got invited to the screening in Manchester, and he signed a lovely flyer for my wee one, Lily Philomena.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so yeah, Steve's a good. He came to see me in my own man show in Dave Allen, which I did at the Royal Exchange in Manchester. All in all, I'm just bloody great.
I know that. That's why you're in the Banter show. Only the great come into the Banter show, so check that one out, brother.
No bother.
Yeah, I was at your one man stand up show, and I have to say, ace job, brother. Really ace. If we'll tell the people that if they weren't aware of it, Kieran does a one man Dave Allen stand up show in Dave Allen style, and if you knew the old Dave Allen comedian that sadly passed away, he comes back to life through this man, because you would swear it was Dave. Well, you would actually swear it was Dave.
I really enjoy doing it now, because I've always been a big Dave Allen fan, so it was lovely to write it first and foremost, and then get it actually on. I'll be open at the Royal Exchange in Manchester and sold out, and then I just went from strength to strength. Thank God.
As an actor, was it hard? Was it hard for you to kind of emulate Dave? You know, it
was.
Although you pull all his moves off, fabulous. You know, you Kieran has the chair with, you know, the half and then the cigarette and all, proper Dave style. You know.
Yeah, you have to sort of study him a bit. Vocally, I thought I sort of got him as well, which was nice.
Well, that's I meant to say that too. I mean, not only the look of Dave Allen, but you sound like him, you go on like him, you have the same movements, you know. So I have to say, great job, Kieran. Great job. And I was at a couple of them shows, and I have to say, every time I went went back to your show, I know it's as though you're watching the same thing again, but oh yeah, there's that wee thing he does, or you know, and I can't wait with this little quip, you know. And I suppose you're quick-witted anyway. There's a lot of quick-witted people about Newry.
There is. I mean, this is honestly, I really do think, I've always said it, Newry is the capital of quick-witted people and characters. I mean, my father himself had a name for everybody that lived in our street, you know. There was a great character called Tin Books.
Tin Books?
Tin Books. And he called him Tin Books because he'd go down to the library and come back with 6 cans of lager. So he was Tin Books.
Razor Tin Books.
Razor Tin Books. I think he's still alive. I think he's still going to the library, and I think he's he likes encyclopedias, so he's coming back with 12 tins now rather than 6.
Well, you can fit more in the encyclopedia,
so
obviously.
Razor to Tin Books.
Razor Tin Books. There you go. Back in the day, everybody had a nickname for everybody, hadn't they?
Yeah.
And sadly, I think that has now starting to leave our community, our society.
Well, my father crucified us with giving us the name that we have. The whole family is Beaky. It's got nothing to do with my broken nose, by the way. It's just he gave my eldest brother that nickname, and it just stayed with us for centuries. And I've no doubt in the next century it'll still be there.
So your father gave his son a nickname called Beaky, and it stuck to your brother and you.
My other two brothers.
That's amazing. Because I was at school with this man, and even at school we knew Beaky Cunningham. It wasn't Kieran, it was Beaky.
That's it, yeah.
You know, I was the Tiger, Tony the Tiger.
Tony,
you know, so we, as I say, with all nicknames back in the day, and it's funny meeting somebody that's older than us, and you know, like I met a fella there one day, and I hadn't seen him in years, and I was looking, is that him? Or is it not him, you know? And he was studying me, is that him or is it not? Because I mean, I had the long hair and all, the black hair, and as you see, that's gone.
Well, well, coming back to Newry, actually, I hardly recognise anybody. In fact, it's because there's a serious, with all the respect in the world, there's a lot of people I knew have gone bald.
Yeah.
And I just don't recognise him.
Yeah.
I met a guy in Canal Street there at Christmas, and he was chatting away to me, and he obviously knew me. And I was looking at him thinking, I couldn't make a connection. Because he probably, when I did know him, he probably had red curly hair, but he was as bald as it could.
Right. Well, then he's cool then. He's cool.
I have a great saying actually. Ginger-haired men, no, ginger-haired women generally look as if they like to be kissed, while ginger-haired men would rather be bald.
Queue up outside the door. I'll get the razor out. Favour a pop, lads, for the Blues Festival. Don't worry, I'll look after you. So it's all good, Kieran. You're going back after the Blues Festival, aren't you? You're heading back to Manchester.
Yeah, heading back, yeah.
And you do a bit of gigging over there every Sunday, the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday and Sunday I play. I'm very fortunate to be able to strum the guitar and do a bit of singing and stuff. So, and as an actor, you probably end up making a living more than you do with anything else, you know.
At the music, or? At
the music, yeah.
Yeah. And you've been playing guitar a long time, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I went to guitar lessons in John Bosco Club just round the corner here.
No way. And who was teaching you the lessons?
Killian McAvoy from Mr.
Oh, big shout out to Killian. Razor Killian.
Yeah, Razor Killian. Thank you, Killian. Funny enough, Killian McAvoy was like a mentor in the early days. He would drive me to gigs and set the PA up for me, and he was just a brilliant guy altogether, and still is.
Very good. Yeah.
He's a very good friend of Dermy's, actually.
Dermy McQuaid, yeah. So a big shout out to all Dermy and the sisters, all the girls there, all the pretty ladies, Dermy sisters, and I think the Avine and Ashleen and Pauline and Dermot and the niece, they're all recording. I think they're recording at the minute. So we're looking. I want you into the Banter show, Avine and Ashleen and
hello, Avine.
And Emily, young Emily Shields. So terrific, the niece. And they're.
Well, I actually remember Dermy and his sisters in Moonshine. Going back many years ago, I think they had a band called Moonshine, and they were brilliant, you know.
I think Dermy drunk Moonshine. That was the end of the band.
He was partial to a bit of Moonshine, but and funny enough, I used to work with Avine in Morncraft in Restraver.
What was Morncraft?
It was a thing. There was one in Newry as well, but there was one in 25 quid a week we were paid. Poverty, damn.
Oh, it's worse nowadays. Now they get £15 a week on their dole.
Seriously?
Yeah. It's even worse nowadays.
That's desperate.
Yeah. Sad.
So, but we, me and Avine, I was in one section and Avine was in the other section, and I was making with Jimmy Russell making harps and mandolins and rosalias.
So creative, all proper creative, and old traditional instruments and that.
Yeah, and then of course we'd make them and string them and everything, and Dermy was pulled in to play them.
He was the tester, was he?
He was the tester. And it was terrible envy then, you know.
Oh boy, he can play, but can't he?
Only joking, always.
He's super, isn't he?
I'm looking forward to seeing him tonight, actually.
Yeah.
And
oh yes, big shout out to Alison McGrath and the Soul Antics, because Dermy's one of the Soul Antics.
Soul Antics, I like it.
Soul Antics, yeah. Alison McGrath and the Soul Antics. I love that, do you?
I love it, yeah. Big time.
And big shout out to Sean Jones down at the Blues as well. Jerry Morgan, the drummer. It's great, we're having good crack. Met Charlie Mulholland the all night. So the Blues is on and we're flat out. There's a load of people there. but I've so many shout-outs to do. I'm going to get my shout-outs done here. Is that all right?
Absolutely, no bother, yeah.
Right.
No problem.
Matthew T. Metzler over in Ohio, and a big wave to your mum there, Matthew. Christina Doyle, Russia. Who else? Joseph V. Sultana over in London. Joseph, ain't coming your way.
Jimmy O'Shea and Dundalk.
Jimmy O'Shea and the dog from Beaky there.
Yeah.
You know, Razor Jimmy. And Johnny the Fox and Bernie Locker and all them boys. We're doing lots of filming. Gino Lynch, Q Feenan. So we're all doing lots of...
Brilliant.
There's 2 documentaries going about. One's about Bernie, and there's another documentary about the Blues and the Bay Fest, which will be coming out next year at the start of the Blues Festival, hopefully, you know.
Fantastic.
It's going to be 3 years in the making. So fair play to Gino Lynch. This is a big... It's going to be big, Kieran, you know.
Oh, well, they deserve it.
And the Blues Festival, it's a great time of the year to catch up with your old friends, i.e. you're here for the Blues and to catch up with all your good friends, you know.
That's what I'm looking forward to getting down to. Myself and Randy McAvoy heading down tonight and see Dermy and Alison.
Yeah.
And a few odd bands, no doubt. A few pints.
Yeah, well, I'll hopefully meet you down there, you know.
Ah,
as I say.
That's what it's all about.
And but the Blues Fest has got so big now. There's over 93 gigs. Where would you get it?
For such a small place.
Yeah, Warren Point.
So
in the city suburbs in Uri.
Oh, big time.
Riser. And a big shout out to Ian Sands there as well. Ian, you're doing a terrific job, I have to say. It's I really commend you on it. You know, he's brought the Blues to the point.
Yeah,
it's getting bigger every year. 16 years this year. Terrific, isn't it? So there'll be some great headline acts, fan the man. You know, there's it's unbelievable. You need to get down there and have a look about.
Yeah.
Basically, you know. And you only landed here yesterday, didn't you, from Manchester?
I said the old jet lag's still killing me, you know.
Oh, it must be. It's a long enough flight. It must be at least.
It's only
maybe it must be at least 40
minutes. Yeah, it's
maybe touching 45.
Just affects people different, you know.
Yeah, and then if you get a delay for 5 minutes, you're really gone, Jack.
That's
So you're on the coffee trying to adjust then Irish time for Manchester time.
On a serious note, I was out in Kentucky last year, doing a play in the Pioneer Playhouse, and where John Travolta started, and Lee Majors.
Wow.
They actually have pictures up on the walls of John Travolta, young John Travolta cleaning the toilets.
No way.
And Lee Majors,
$6 million man.
But it was just fantastic being out in Kentucky. But getting back to flights, I had a 5-hour delay in Manchester flying to Chicago. I ended up having to fly to Atlanta, Georgia, and it was
oh no!
And 24 hours I was travelling. Just a week, 24 hours.
She could have been in Australia.
I know.
Instead of America.
I know that. Yeah. So
24 hours flying.
So that's the 40 minutes from Manchester just kills me now, you know.
Oh, it wipes you out, you know, with the jet lag of it. What way is the arms they hold out flying from Manchester? Like?
No, not too bad.
Razor. So, what's on the? Can you give our viewers a typical day in the life of Kieran Beaky Cunningham in Manchester during the acting?
It depends what I'm doing. I played Stannis Captain in Game of Thrones.
That was over here.
Series 2. We filmed it in
up in the north.
Yeah, in a quarry actually. But the episode's called Blackwater, and it was just fantastic. It was just fantastic to be involved in that, you know. Although hence Satan saying that I was the best paid extra in the universe, and I ended up getting my leg chopped off by the dwarf, and he kills me. But I was filming for 3 weeks.
Wow. And
stayed in the Europa. They put us up in the Europa Hotel in Belfast, and it was just a great experience to be involved in such a massive series.
Massive big production too, isn't it? It's humongous.
Just getting back to the fact that I'm great, like.
Oh, well, I mean, he's absolutely great. You know, did you do any modelling work?
No.
No. You're not that great then, are you? Unlike me, I'm a model as well. You know, me and Bernie Locker, two male models. You know.
All right.
Oh, Assets Modelling Agency in Dublin. That's who I'm with. I haven't a clue who Bernie's with. That's who I'm with.
I know, but Bernie's modelling Crystal Tips and Hollister.
Oh yes, he's doing a great job with it. You know, because the last time I hadn't seen him in a long time, and I seen him there recently, and I says, Bernie, don't move. And he says, what's wrong? He says, somebody hit you in the head with a hair bomb. It's completely out of here.
Crystal Tips and Hollister.
That's the luck nowadays if you're a rocker, you know.
What's the Crystal Tips?
It's the Crystal Tips luck. You know, you can throw the arm of the guitar away out, you know, the neck of it. But he's as I say, there's a documentary been done about Bernie. So he's in the recording studio. He's knocking out a few numbers for sale at the Blues Fest, and I have to say, I've always been impressed with his playing, but this time is slightly different, and I'm amazed he's holding back. But he's rocking in some numbers, and rightly so. But the way he's holding back and his timing is changed, and I have to say, you're going to be blown completely away when you hear this CD coming out. You know, I'll get you one to send you one over to you.
Me and Bernie used to play it years ago, and called ourselves the Paintbrushes.
The Paintbrushes?
Yeah. Used to play in the Indo.
The Paintbrushes.
Well, it's a funny story. We went into the Indo for a gig, and he said, "Well, what's the name of the band?" We went, the Paintbrushes.
Because he was in a band called the Daffodils.
Oh, is that right?
The Daffodils.
Oh, no.
And they used to be rocking, and of course I'd always shout up, "Razor for the Daffodils," and then somebody would go, "What a bunch."
Right,
I'd go, "Razor for the Daffodils," he'd go, "The Sabby," and me, he was like my side gig, he would shout, "What bunch." You know, what a bunch. A bunch of daffodils. As you can see, he's highly gifted at picking band names, isn't he?
Yes, the Paintbrush. Well, actually, I thought of the
Paintbrushes and the Daffodil. Oh, it was you that thought of that one.
And then the other one we played in was one Valentine's night we played in Town Hall. And there was that many in the band. We were advertised in the paper as, we were called Mad Earth, but I put in the New Reporter as Mad Earth, Wind and Fire. There was that many of us, and I actually printed that in the New Reporter. Mad Earth, Wind and Fire.
There was more in the band than there was on the floor.
That's exactly.
So the people who got off the floor and got up on the stage had a big jam then.
That's it, yeah.
Biggest jam in Europe. Well, it's all good. You're always up for a bit of artistic work, aren't you? And you know, you're game for anything really, aren't you? In the acting world, aren't you?
Very much so. I've been lucky now, Tony, over in England to do a lot of really good theatre work and radio work and good telly work as well.
Yeah.
You know, the usual soaps and stuff like that. But it's just I've been lucky enough, you know, and to combine it with the music, to basically just earn a living. It's been great.
Yeah, but that's what you do. You know, you're not a mechanic or anything else. That's you started your trade years ago, and you're still playing it, aren't you?
That's it.
Yeah. And what's Manchester like? I know the BBC have moved up there. It's filming wise, it's pretty busy, isn't it, up in Manchester?
It's massive. As you say, it's now BBC have moved everything up from London, and it's now called Media City, which is everything's in it, even the new Coronation Street studios. Oh,
actually. They removed the old studios by brick, didn't they?
That's right.
And rebuilt them then.
Yeah. So they're there. So Coronation Street's in the Media City, and all the BBC stuff's in the Media City, all the sport, everything. It's massive. It's all in Manchester. Well, actually, it's in Salford, but Manchester, you know, just. So it's all happening there. Lots of fun.
Lots of work. I'm going to have to pop over and see what's happening up in Manchester then.
Yeah.
Because London's more my spot, but as I say, I've never been there. I'm going to go up.
We have a spare hammock. Maybe you could throw you up there, no bother.
Is it outside or inside?
It's in the shed, funny enough, but it's a warm shed.
It's a warm plug. What do you do in a hammock? You only sleep in it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you know that's the way us Irish guys work, really, isn't it? As long as you can somewhere to lay down, should it be the floor, the table, anything.
A hammock in hand is worth one in the bush.
Or a hammock in the bush is worth one in the hand, whatever way you want to call it. Razor. Anybody you want to shout out to? Just now that you're back here in Ireland.
Not really, no.
That's that done then. We're moving on swiftly. Moving on swiftly. Kieran been his usual friendly self there, friends. Big shout out to all the friends there, you know. So you're here, you're looking forward to the festival, the music, and you're going down to see Dermot, really, aren't you?
I can see Dermot, yeah. I love him as a musician, you know, so.
Oh, great fellow all round, isn't he? Good friend and
lovely fella. In fact, the last time we did the Dave Allen show, he gave me a lift down to Omeath where I was staying at the time.
Very gifted, isn't he? Painting, hands, poetry, artwork, you know, songwriting. He's a gift, isn't he?
He's the full deal.
He is the real deal. 22 instruments the guy can play. 22. Unreal, isn't it? But well, at least you'll see some of them in action tonight, and I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Have a few pints round the point.
It was great to see the likes of Jarley, Mulholland and Jerry Morgan playing with their good old friend Sean Jones. The boys have all gelled over the years. Sean comes from California. Big shout out to Ventura, California. So Sean comes here every year to the Blues Festival, the whole way from California. You know, it's terrific. You know, and he's a hell of a nice guy. And I'll see you tonight, Sean, at some stage. So we're getting kind of vibed up, aren't we?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
And then, as I say, I'll go down and see Remy tomorrow in the Backbone Blues. In the Point.
And they're playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. And then Sunday's like the big push for all the big bands.
Yeah.
And Pat McManus and the likes of Bernie and all. You know.
Van Morrison are playing, aren't they? Is he
Yeah.
playing Sunday, yeah.
Yeah. He's 2 gigs.
Yeah, he does the afternoon and the evening.
He's the town hall.
Well, I went to one of them gigs a couple of years ago. I went to the afternoon one. It was fab, you know.
Yeah. He's something else, isn't he?
Oh, some baby.
But the timing, his timing's unbelievable. And he, you know, if the trumpet player over there, he just point at him and straight away he kicks in. You know.
Well, funny enough, I went to see him in Manchester just previous to the Warren Point, and there was a lad that I knew was doing his first gig with him, a guy called Ricky Nelson from Belfast on slide guitar, or you know one of them.
Yeah, slide.
Yeah, and it was his first gig, and he was telling me afterwards that he's, you know, you have to learn 90 songs apparently, and he can turn around at any time and just say, right, you know.
He just and you have the variety.
Yeah.
Because he's a good man for. You need to be
Yeah.
very, very highly established musician to get to play with that man.
Well, he sacks people. The only thing is he sacks people left, right, and centre. You know, because Ricky made Warren Point after Manchester, but then he didn't make the States. You know, so
That's it. He
was Humpty Dumpty.
if Van doesn't like the lucky or something,
That's it.
or if you didn't come in quick enough with a note, that's it. You're gone. You know.
That's it.
But it shows you the level of professionalism with him, with that man, with Van. Like, you know.
Oh, big time, yeah.
You know, sometimes he just walks off the stage. He just if he's not happy, that's it, gone.
Well, where I was sitting in Manchester was at the side of this like arena, and he had his big clock. He does his hour and a half, you know.
He's on time now. An hour and a minute, he hits at half.
That's it. Whether it's in the middle of a song or anything, he's out.
That's a bit too professional there now. You know,
just goes.
you want a couple of encores, get the crowd going. You know what I mean?
I didn't do encores, was he?
He might do one. He might do. I seen him doing.
No, he didn't do one.
Did he not?
I seen Manchester didn't do R at Warren Point.
He even played in Newry, the town hall in Newry. He was pretty good. I think he done 2 encores that night. You know, he gets every gig's different for him, so it all depends what sort of form he's in. You know, what sort of type of mood he's in, and he'll adjust accordingly on stage. You know,
that's it.
When he's up there. There's a couple of videos of you on YouTube, and you're playing on a big stage. Was that stage in Manchester?
With the band?
Yeah.
No, that was in Harlow in Essex.
Oh.
We did a big tour called The Essence of Ireland. It was a show, and we were the band, a 7-piece band. We did all the theatres up and down the length and breadth of the country, you know.
That looked good fun.
Scotland. Yeah, it was great. A great band, you know, and I was fronting them, but they were a fantastic band.
They were very tight.
Yeah, very good.
And there was nothing out of place at all, not a beat missed.
I was the only one who was probably out of place.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that, like,
with a big fat head.
Big fat head. Only the Banter show, friends. Where would you get it? You know what I mean? So you're still playing anyway, Kieran, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm flying back Sunday actually to Manchester. I'm playing at a wedding in Preston on Sunday night.
In Preston.
And then back to the grindstone.
Back to the.
In fact, I do want to shout something out.
Yeah.
Hello, my gorgeous girl, Lily Philomena.
Hello, Lily Philomena. Hello, baby.
Hello, gorgeous. That's my wee girl.
Yeah. What age is she now?
She's 3.
Oh my.
She's 3 in June.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
That wasn't long. I thought you'd be 2.
I mean, a man having a baby. I mean, I had her when I was 47. I mean, Charlie Chaplin had a nanny at that age. 47 years of age.
Naughty old man, as the saying goes, friends. You heard it here live in the Banter show.
Big time.
But are you going to get a brother or sister for her? Controversial question.
No.
No.
No, I don't think so because it's because of circumstances and stuff.
Yeah. I was only waiting this man up there, friends.
So you have to bring that up, did you?
Yeah. You want to go outside and talk about this? That's it. This is over, friends. We're going out for a quick chat. I'm going to ring Adrian Patterson here. Patterson, get down here quick. It's St John Boxing. St John Bosco Boxers. Brilliant. And I'll be looking forward to the boxing. Big night on at Bellini's the end of the month here. I've been invited to it by Adrian Patterson and Gerard Moore. Brilliant. 1, 2, 3, 4 Irish champions. Only
That's
young
great,
folk.
yeah.
You won't see the level of boxing over here, Kieran. It's unbelievable. So, big shout out to them. So, we're giving shout outs all over the place.
I used to box.
Did you?
Yeah. That's where I got a broken nose.
That ended the boxing career, did it?
That was it, yeah. Couldn't box eggs, to be honest with you, but
I done a bit of it myself. It's good to have a real rubber nose there, and it always goes back into shape.
yeah.
A nose with memory. So, have you wrote a few songs yourself? Have you done singing song? Well, you did sing. Have you done the songwriting?
No, I've never.
You've
bothered
never
with-
bothered with it?
Just because love come into everything,
Yeah,
I just got bored,
just spoilt it.
Yeah,
Just wrecked the whole show.
yeah. I always get the first line out, but then
Then
can't remember anything.
Goes pear-shaped
Yeah.
off that, does it?
Yeah,
No, it's not for you then, that bit.
like from my window, I can see lights over the city. And I'll eat a packet of crisps. It all goes wrong. You know what I mean? You just it's
Yeah.
Just
It's just not for you.
No, not singing song. Singing other people's songs is up.
Now, and here, we were talking earlier on. Do you want to announce this about your upcoming show in a meet?
Aye, worth a mention.
Yeah, but
Well, Shane says.
oh yeah. Everybody, people tune into the vadio.ie/destination banter, and you get all the banter shows on it. Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to. It was just myself and Shane last night at a fortuitous meeting. We drank at the bar. I mentioned the possibility of maybe doing a show down in Omeath.
In the Grandview Hotel, he's gonna. And you haven't set a date yet, but I'll announce it on the banter show when I get the date. Is that fair enough?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get get 100 people in there, maybe.
Yeah.
Be nice,
Oh, well, it is a good show, and it's fabulous. I would recommend it to anybody. If you want a completely different night out, you need to go and see this man. And I'll give you the dates whenever.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah,
You can give them to me, and I'll.
Well, I'll find out off Shane. I mean, we'll try and maybe if we could get 2 dates, maybe.
Yeah.
Either 2 dates in there or one maybe in Warren Point in the golf club, because they're interested in taking it.
Oh, is that right?
Mm.
Oh, good fun. And any other golf clubs around the country, or give us a shout if you want a private. You can have a private
Yeah.
Dave Allen show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Biggies for her. Enough said. So, but we will get them dates out to the friends, won't we?
Yeah, I'll have a chat with Shane now the next couple of days and try and get a date.
Try and get the date set. And it'll be good. It'll be good for you to get back and get all the locals to it, won't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, when he did it in the Arts Centre, it was like, it was well supported.
It was well supported, and it was probably very hard for you to do that, because I know you were zoned in, you were doing the Dave Allen, but the odd time you could just see you looking, and you could see you recognising somebody up there,
clapping
and
somebody,
then you just see the hand, you would kind of give a wee thumbs up there, just a wee, But then there's people giving you the razor from the audience,
Oh, the reception was brilliant, I have to say. So, I mean, as I say, I'd like to go back and do it now a couple of times back over
Yeah.
here. We done it at the Cathedral Court Arts Festival with Alexis Sale and Dylan Moran and Hazel O'Connor was,
Where was that, in Manchester?
No, in Belfast. Cathedral
Oh.
Court Arts Festival was great. Big
Where was
festival.
that?
Did that 2 years ago. Yeah, May 2012.
2012, yeah.
2012, and then we did a few theatres around the country. So I can I'm very lucky, Tony. I can just pick it up and drop it when I want, really. But now that Shane mentioned it to me in Omeath, and I thought, it would actually go well. Not wee space in there,
It would, and it's a great space down there. The function room, isn't it?
Yeah, and we could get yourself and Kevin Callister and people like that to push it.
Oh yeah, I'll get it out there for you, brother. Don't worry about that. I'll definitely do that for you. I'm looking forward to it, because I was at 2 shows in the Newry Arts Centre you done.
That's right, yeah.
That was last year, was it? I think it was last year. And both shows, this man got a standing ovation,
That's right. It was it was lovely. I have to say, it was great.
and the place was packed.
We got a stand ovation in Belfast as well at the Cathedral Court Arts Festival. It was good. It's a lovely, and without throwing roses at myself, it's a lovely show.
Yeah.
Took me a long time to write it, but putting it together and then performing it, it came together really well.
You must be able to just do that show, and, like, you could just do that now, could you?
Well, yeah.
It's in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all in there.
Yeah.
And I have to say that such a script to write it. It's fabulous, Kieran.
Yeah, I know.
And it all makes sense. It all fits in with Dave Allen.
Well, it's his journey through life, because he lived his life. Just briefly talking about Dave Allen, he lived his life, and he said himself, in a gentle melancholy. He was never. I'm sure a lot of people in life live their life. I think I do as well. And a lot of us live our life with a sadness in us, and out of his genius and his comedy genius, there was that sadness behind him, And it's because he lost his father when he was 12,
And that would have been rough times here.
And he was very close to his father.
I was here now.
Yeah, he lost his father here, and then they moved to England. But his mother was English and his father was Irish. But so when I wrote the show, I didn't want it to be just gone on and me imitating Dave Allen. It had to have a bit of
oomph behind it, a bit of reality.
A bit of reality and a bit about his life, and everything wasn't sort of just all rosy. It was losing somebody like your own situation, and my own situation.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, you carry that with you inside, and you end up having more fronts than Sainsbury's,
Indeed, yeah. I know it's like that.
So he was a bit like that. But,
but he also he wrote lots of comedy scripts for the likes of Ben Elton and all these other comedians, and I've actually seen him in London.
That's right.
Seen him in London, and I know exactly. I don't want to say where he lived in London, but it was in Kensington area, right?
Yeah.
And he lived on the corner, and if you walk halfway up the street, there's a small little pub. And when he would taking a break from his writing up to the pub, go in, he would sit down on the corner of his own, and he'd be thinking. And if somebody says, he would, hello, lovely to meet you, and he was,
lovely man, yeah.
And went on about his business, and maybe 1 or 2 pints, and being an Irishman, a couple of pints, once we get the old crack started. If the crack did start, then he would know when to stop and then go home again. And you could, I've seen the man walking past the window writing.
Yeah.
And he'd big Bernie Loughlin head on him.
The big Bernie head.
But terrific. And it was great to see. An absolute legend, wasn't he? He was very controversial back in the day. It was like the start of the scoffing type of comedy. Slagging the Irish, slagging our own.
Yeah.
And it was all to do with priests and coffins and funerals, and he made light of everything, didn't he?
Yeah. It was a great story. He said, I'm not going to. He says about Australia, because he was massive in Australia. He says, I love Australia. I love Australians. They're the best, most accommodating people in the world. If you're thirsty, they'll give you a drink. If you're hungry, they'll give you something to eat. If you've nowhere to live, nowhere to stay, take you in and put you up in their house. There you have it. Beer, food and accommodation. It's just those white Australians you can't trust.
Brilliant. I love it. It was just a delivery, but some delivery that, wasn't it? It's just them white ones you can't trust.
Can I say hello to a few people in Kentucky?
Go ahead. Hello, Kentucky. Go for it.
Danville, Kentucky. I'd love to say hello to Boaz. I'm going to send you this link, and to Anne and your lovely mother and all the people in Kentucky. Liz Orndorff and Robert, the writer of the play. Again, I'll send you this link. This is the great man himself, Tony.
The Razor.
So, hello, and I hope you get this show, and I thoroughly enjoyed my time in America with you all, and you've certainly made me feel very, very welcome. And we're now in Ireland at the moment, and you're very welcome in Ireland anytime, isn't that right, Tony?
Anytime. We look after them.
We look after you.
Yeah, we look after you. Big welcome. Everybody, welcome into the Banter show here from all around the globe. And it's great to get talking to every one of you. And I'm getting a lot of tweets and messages on Twitter and on the Facebook and all that,
Lovely, yeah.
And it's great to get saying hello to so many people out there,
Yeah.
And so we're coming up to the end. Our studio manager's giving us out there. So we're coming up to the end. So we're going to the Blues in the Bay this evening.
Yes, we're going to the Blues Festival.
And we're going to have a darn good evening of it, aren't we?
A few pints of the black stuff and a bit of music.
But that's all we're looking for, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and catch up with a few old friends.
Yes. So as I say, keep you posted regarding the Dave Allen show in Omeath.
And when Kieran gets it to me, I know you'll be in Manchester, but I'll announce it on the show.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you and announce it, and then you can watch the Banter show in Manchester. Yeah. So we're spreading the word, friends. We're spreading the word. The Dave Allen show's coming to Omeath. All the Ethiopians are going to be delighted, you know that?
Well, hopefully we can get them in.
Yeah, and we want your friends down too. You know, we'll get all our friends down. We'll plug it tonight at the Blues Fest, and then we'll organise a date. How's that?
That sounds
That
brilliant.
sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And quick rant. What about the traffic in Newry today? Now you haven't been in Newry in a long time. What's it like?
Absolutely, utterly dreadful. I mean, I have to say, my father used to say that Newry was a horse and cart town. It was built to be a horse and cart town.
I think we need to go back to the horse and cart.
Yeah.
You know, you might have to deal with a bit of horse crap on the road, but it's better than dealing with the traffic we're putting ourselves through. You know. So road service again, sort out the traffic management plan for Newry, or we're coming to get these. We're going to get these into the Banter show.
Do something about it.
You know,
it's utterly dreadful.
It's utterly dreadful. This man's just back from Manchester, UK.
It was managed very, very well.
Yes. Manchester traffic's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, better
Yeah.
system than Newry.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'll maybe go over, if the road service pay me to go over and check out the Manchester traffic management system, I'll do that, and then I'll come back and share it in a Banter show. How's that?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
The only other thing I'm worried about is the baggage retrieval system they've got at Heathrow. That's for another day, I think.
Right, that's for now.
The baggage retrieval system at Heathrow.
Baggage retrieval system. This is going to be very interesting. You'll come back in and talk to me about that, will you?
Yeah. Are you going to ask Monty Python about that?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll ask you when we leave the studio. How's that? Just in case it's unbroadcastable. So, friends, Kieran Bicky Cunningham, and it was great to see you all here today. From Kieran and me, we're out of here. Give us a riser there, Kieran. Riser. We're out of here, friends. Goodbye.